to Jacksonville, Florida today to see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Charlotte 49ers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this.
Turning it on. He's at the 40. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it up with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Mississippi State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the 49ers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Working that left side now. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Grease, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Quarterback on the keeper. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front of the point of attack.
Trying play action. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The 49ers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
This guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And the 49ers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. So first down here as they go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchup.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking – guys, they can't block for him. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll run run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last completion sets him up on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lanier. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Handoff from the gun. Powers through the defender. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Here's the handoff. Punch from the tackle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The 49ers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll race it to the house.
back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Taylor wants to throw it. Buys a little extra time. Zings it complete to the right. After 40, there he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking left. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the 49ers come to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Ellis.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The 49ers will call on their punt team. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Taylor wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Woods. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, in a season filled with magical moments, even more here today in this Gator Bowl.
up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. In that first half, you need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
They've got the screen set up. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run back. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football yet. Not good.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. It's complete to the right. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were out doing that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Stream.
Touchdown, Bulldog! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Ellis. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Turning it on! He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Casey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. And
it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. Time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when the plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Grab near the marker. It's Knox. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Still running at the 40. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long, but because they couldn't do that, they let him spring free. It's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll keep it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple of scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyway.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Byers on the move. Wide open, makes the catch. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Breaks into the open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Taylor wants to throw. Got the back over the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give as they work on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. You could tell maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. They'll make the stop about a yard short on the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Quarterback on the keeper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.